Hello everyone, editing me here just before we get stuck in. I do want to note that I have a giant spot on my face at the moment. I didn't realise that it was going to be so distracting when filming. So I'm just editing now and I am very distracted, so I do apologise. This is it. It is rather big. It's very sore. I have picked it, so it just looks very distracting on the video, so I do apologise for that, but that's what it is if you do notice it. Yeah, anyway, let's get stuck in. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome. If you're new here, a very, very warm welcome to you. My name's Emily and I am a knitter, crocheter and very occasional sewer. Today's episode is my weekly podcast. We are back to the usual format. It's very exciting. And I feel like it's been ages. It's only been, oh gosh, it's not even been a week since I last filmed, but it has been pretty much just over a month, I think, since I did a podcast. So I'm trying to remember the format. I have written my notes, so I always have notes with my podcast, but we have welcomed a number of new faces around here. So again, a very, very warm welcome. And this may be the first podcast that you're seeing from me. So I will be covering any updates that I may have to share with you. I will then cover any finished objects that I finished in the last month or so. It would normally be in the last week or so, but obviously because I haven't done a podcast for a while, it's about a month since I last checked in with you. So finished objects, then it will be updates on my works in progress. So I'll go through any projects that I'm actually working on and I will show you any progress that I've made in the last week or so. But obviously for this purpose, it will be over the last month or so. Then I will cover any cast-ons. I'm doing my best not to cast too many things on, but it's not really happening too well. I do like casting on. And then we'll cover any acquisitions. So before we get stuck in, how are you all? I hope that you're all doing well and that you've had a lovely week. I say that tentatively because obviously I am very aware of what's happening in the world lately. So yeah, I hope that everyone is okay and doing as well as you can be. So yeah, that's all I can really say on the matter, really, being where I am. But yes, my support is with you if you need it, and yeah, just sending out lots of love and well wishes to you all if required. Anyway, I am going to get stuck into... No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you how I am. I'm okay, thank you. I'm doing okay. It's been quite a busy week again, as you will have noticed if you watched my video on Sunday. So that was my month-end wrap-up for September and October. My heating is working, yay! So the boiler is fixed at long last, and we've had it for just under a week. No, we've had it for, yeah, no, it is just under a week because today is Thursday as I film this. Is it? I'm totally lost. Yeah, it's Thursday. So yeah, it's been doing okay. It's all right. I've just noticed, where is it? My phone has just told me that something is out of charge, and I don't know where it is, but it is. I'll find it eventually after the podcast. It'll be fine. So yeah, the heating and water have been working absolutely fine for the last week or so. Just under a week. Oh, it's irrelevant, but it's working. It's fine, thankfully. I am recording a day later than I normally film. So for those of you who are new here, I usually film on a Wednesday and then I release my weekly podcast on Friday, just to give me a bit of wiggle room. Like, for example, this week I'm actually filming on Thursday, and that's because on Wednesday my parents came to visit, so I spent the whole day with them. We went to a local garden owned by the National Trust, because at the moment they're doing an installation which is a memorial to D-Day, which, yeah, it was very emotional to see actually, and it was very, very beautifully done. Very, very lovely. So yeah, we went there, had a nice walk around the garden, had a look at the installation, and it was, as I said, it was just mind-blowing. Honestly, it was beautiful. So that's what we did, and then we came back. Me and my mum did some crafting as we put on a lovely film. Obviously, there's a stately home in the grounds that we went. I don't think you can go in the stately home. I think it's a school now. But every time I go to a place like that, it just makes me want to watch a Jane Austen movie. So I said, let's watch Emma. So we watched the Kate Beckinsale version of Emma with Mark Strong as well. So yeah, that was good. And my mum and I knitted, sat and knitted. I pulled out my Sweet Shop blanket, did some nice progress on that. So I'm really happy. Obviously, you're not going to see that today because that is a month-end check-in only. But I did do quite a bit of progress on that, so I'm very happy. So yeah, it was quite a nice day yesterday. Yesterday to me, not to yourselves. It was a very nice day on Wednesday, there we go. But yeah, I'm getting there. I've actually booked tomorrow off. Today, Friday, it's very time bending, I do apologise. I have booked the day off at work because I've got 2 more days to use. And I couldn't think of any other time to use one of those days, basically. I'm going to use the other one in December. I'm going to sneeze. Oh dear. Excuse me. Hopefully I'm not going to sneeze. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck in because otherwise I'm going to keep you here all day long because I do have quite a bit to show you. There's a massive pile to my right. These are all my works in progress. To my left are the acquisitions and finished objects. Don't know why I said that in plural, but anyway, we will get stuck in. So the first item that I have for you are my updates. I do have one for you, and that is that my next episode of Behind the Seams, which is episode 9, I'm going to be filming this Saturday with the intention of uploading it for you all on Sunday the 10th of November at 10 AM UK time. So that video will be with you then. So it's kind of a double whammy this week, which I'm quite excited about. But yeah, I am going to film that, as I say, on Saturday with the video being uploaded on the Sunday. That is the only update I have for you at the moment. I do apologise. I do feel like I'm going to sneeze, as I've just said, but trying to resist at the minute. There is another video that I do have in mind that I'd like to do, which is my Advent prep video. But I've only got 1 Advent in the house at the moment out of the 4. So I'm going to have to wait at least for another 2 to come because the 4th one is the Toft Advent. So we all know what's happening with the Toft Advent because you get the I can do this. you get the clues of the project emailed to you each day. Oh my goodness, why is this so hard? You'd think I've not done a video for a long time. It does feel like that though. Let me just grab my cup of tea actually. So yeah, I'm going to wait until the rest of the Advents arrive, or the majority of them, not necessarily the Toft one, but I'll see how I feel. And I will do that video. It should be with you before December. That's my plan on it because I do need to get planning. I'm just staring at one right now, so that's why I'm going on it. But I'm just going to have a quick sip. Hang on. Just a decaf green today. Right, so we're going to get stuck in to the finished objects. Sadly, I only have 1 finished object for you this week, and you have seen it a number of times because it's been in Vlogtober and it was also in my month-end video, which was last week. So you have seen this, but I thought I'll just show it in the podcast because it's the only finished object I have that you've not seen in the podcast yet. So here it is. It is the Festive Stocking by Jessie Ostermiller, and it is out of the Nightmare Before Christmas knitting book. And it's brilliant. So as you can see, Jack Skellington is up here, and then we've got 0 down here. Really nice. I'm making 2 for those who don't know. These are going to be gifts. So obviously the first one is made. Making a second one that is going to be in Halloween-y style colours, and you'll see that in a bit. But before I gift them, I'm pretty sure the person who I'm gifting them to won't mind if they become Vlogmas decorations. That's my plan for them at the minute. I will eventually make myself these, but it wasn't going to happen this side of Christmas, to be honest. So we're going with these ones. But that is my finished object for this week's episode. That brings us to the works in progress that I've been working on. So a couple of these, sorry, I've got something really jangly in there. A couple of these you will have seen as they are, but they're kind of updates just to remind you where I'm at with them, and also to kind of get them back in my head so I know this needs to be something that I need to sort sooner than later, and you know, so on and so forth. The first one that I have to show you is one that you'll probably remember. It's probably one of the most recent ones, to be fair, and that is my Land of Sweets cowl by Helen Stewart. This is such a beautiful pattern and the yarn is absolutely gorgeous. I think the two together just work so well. I'm so happy with it. It's not quite, it is off the needles as you can see, but it's not quite finished because I need to sew in all the ends. And I don't want to move it to the finished object pile when I haven't sewn in all the ends, because we know what I'm like. It could have quite easily become a finished object this week, but I just did not have the heart to sit down and sew in loads of ends. You know me, you know what I'm like. Me and ends, we just do not mix. So that is why it's still a work in progress, but it's gorgeous. The yarn that I used was by Siobhan's Crafts, and it was her 2023 advent calendar, Merry and Bright. And yeah, just absolutely love it. Such a fantastic project, but I just need to get over myself and sew in some ends because it's getting ridiculous. But that is that one. All right, what else have I got? I have got, the next item is in this lovely bag. This is my lovely QB's not-for-profit breast cancer bag. And the pattern, project even, that is in here is the lovely Lavender Moonflower socks by Twinset and Pearl. The pattern is by Twinset and Pearl and the yarn is by Botanical Yarn. This was part of their sock club and I think it was from 2022, I think. That sounds correct to me. I could be wrong though, but that is what is in this bag, and I am still working on sock number 1, and you will have to forgive me. I didn't go back and check my last podcast that I did to see if this was correct, but I do have a marker here. So I don't know if this is where you last saw the progress or if I've shown you since and not moved the marker. I don't know. But as I say, I should have gone back and checked. But I have done a bit extra because I have picked up, I've done the heel flap and turn. Oh gosh. And I've started working on the gusset. So I did the gusset today, so there is definitely progress on it, but this is still sock number 1. So I could do with getting a wiggle on with this really, if I hope to, well, I'm not going to finish the remaining socks because this was part of the sock club and I got the 12 months worth. This is September's sock, so I've still got another 3 months to do when I finish these socks, which is not going to happen this year, let's face it, it's not. But there we go, that is the progress. I will show you the front because it's absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? I love these patterns. They've been absolutely stunning. And the nice thing is that Twinset and Pearl are releasing the patterns 6 months after it's been in the sock club, if that makes sense. I don't know if the sock club is still going though, so that might not be applicable anymore. So all these patterns will be available anyway, because the ones that I've been doing, they'll all be available now because it's been more than 6 months since I got them. So, but that is my Lavender Moonflower socks by Twinset and Pearl. Gorgeous, I love it. Oh, I've not put the pattern back, never mind. Right, the next one, this next one, you may remember from Vlogtober, and I was a bit on the fence about it really, but this is my Tomas Pullover by Johi Locatelli, and it has these beautiful cables down the front, and they are also down the back. And if I remember correctly, I think is it seed stitch? So it's knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, and then you alternate it on the following row, so then it'll be purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. So it creates this really beautiful fabric. It's a lovely texture of a fabric, it's gorgeous. But this was in my paused pile for a long time because of that stitch. It was just taking me so long to get just crack on with it really. And then I managed to finish the body, do the ribbing. Obviously it has this really lovely deep V as well, so I'm looking forward to putting the collar on that. But I did pick up for one of the sleeves. And during Vlogtober, I did say that I feel like this sleeve is far too small for this hole. I mean, you can see that there, look, that's quite a jump. This is the top of it. And I just feel like it's too small. So I think I'm going to rip it out, and I think that I am going to, sorry, my hair is attached to everything. I think I'm going to rip this sleeve out and start again, and I'll I'll pick up more stitches, I think, this time, because I don't know, maybe a couple more. I might do the next sleeve up size wise, just to kind of make myself feel a bit better. I don't know, it just feels very small to me compared to the body, but we shall see. That is where I'm at with it. It might go into the pause pile yet again because I'm grumpy with it, but we shall see. That is where I'm at with it, and as I say, I am very, very close to frogging that sleeve just to pick up some more stitches for it. But that is that one. The yarn I'm using on it is by Paintbox Yarns. It is 100% wool worsted. That is what it says, isn't it? Wool worsted, and the colour is Stormy Grey. There you go. So that is that one. It's slowly creeping back into the paused pile, unfortunately. But at least I'm on the sleeves now. At least the body is done, so that's good. Right, so the next one that I have for you is in here. And this is, I've done a little bit more work on this, including a bit of surgery, I've got to say. So this is my Santa Claus by Toft. It doesn't look like Santa Claus at all. It looks like a naked person. I do apologise for the nudity, but this is where I'm at. So I've done the body and the head, and the surgery that I did was I basically snipped the head, the closure of the head off, because it was too wobbly, and I really wanted to stuff the neck much better. So I basically pulled the stitches out at the top, restuffed, made sure that it was a lot firmer, especially around the neck, because he's going to have a beard, so it's going to pull his head forward, and he's going to have a hat, and it's, you know, it's just going to cause a lot more instability. So I thought I need to do it now before I go too far. So that's what I've done with that. Then you'd seen these before. I'd done the arms and the hands. So I've done the advanced hands. There they are with the fingers. Okay. And then I finished off, I'd started this, but I finished it now. So I finished the leg number 1, and I've started leg number 2. That's all I've done. Not a lot, but at least I've picked it up again and started doing some work on it. I could do with getting him some clothes, to be honest. Poor fella. Ah, bless him. But yeah, that is the progress on my Santa Claus by Toft. I don't think it'll be done before December at this rate, but there we go. What else have I got? Oh, I've missed one. I don't have a pen. Okay, I'm going to show you this one now because I've completely missed it. It's not up there. What am I doing? So this is the other festive. Ignore me. It's in cast-ons. Oh my goodness. I write notes for a reason. I need to trust myself. Right, we're on to this one. This one is, you have seen this, but just giving you the update on it because I have cast it off. So this is Go Dynamo by Stephen West, and this was 2024's mystery knit along. Oh, look at that. It looks lovely in this frame, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Ah, it's beautiful. So as you can see, I have cast off. I have finished this central piece, and I have also added on the extra for the optional extra for the border, which I'm really happy that I've done actually. I think it looks really nice. It frames these wedges absolutely beautifully, and it creates just that extra little bit of shaping for the shawl. Absolutely beautiful. As you can see though, and as you can tell because it's in the works in progress section, I still have to tie in ends, so I have not classed this as finished. It is also not blocked, so as soon as I have tied in all the ends, I will block it, then it can be classed as a finished object. But oh, it's beautiful. I haven't done this yet, but let's put it on. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful. I mean, I'm really boring with how I wear my shawls, but that's a chunky shawl, isn't it? Oh, that's beautiful. So there we go. That is my Go Dynamo, and it is Go Dynamo. Yeah, it is. I was getting confused then, thinking, no, it's Geo Gradient. It's not. Geo Gradient was last year's. But there we go. Thank you all so much for following along with this. I had an absolute whale of a time. It was absolutely brilliant, and really fun to see all your comments, and also to chat with you about it as well. It was such a fun project. Really loved this one, and I used my own hand-dyed yarn to make this. This is made in, as I say, my hand-dyed yarn, which is Apex yarn, and the colourways were Who Needs Wings grey and Who Needs Wings green. And there we are. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, now on to the next item on my list. Oh, itchy nose. Now, these are technically a work in progress, although I've not put them on the list yet because I don't know when I'm going to do the final parts for them, but they did feature in Vlogtober and I think you loved them. So I'm giving them a little bit of a spotlight here. Got itchy nose again. A little bit of a spotlight here, but they are Bonnie and Clyde. Here they are. So these are part of Toft's 2024 Trick or Treat boxes, and they were the toffee apples. So there were 6 patterns altogether. They're no longer available, unfortunately, but there were 6 patterns altogether. One of the patterns had a maggot that was going through the apple. So this is him, and it was called Clyde. So obviously I had to make Clyde. And then in turn, I made Bonnie. Bonnie didn't have a name, but because Clyde was called Clyde, your wonderful selves voted that she should be called Bonnie. So that is Bonnie. She's a little spider and her apple is an apple with a web on it and then she sits on the top. But I think they look cute together. So that is Bonnie and Clyde. Technically a work in progress, although I've got no immediate plans to make the apples just yet. But there they are. Just wanted to give them a little bit of a spotlight. Right, the final work in progress that I have to show you, as I said, these aren't in any order whatsoever because they're all over the place. But the final item that I have to show you in the works in progress is, get the yarn, this gorgeous project. And this is, oh, I've just realised my tension is getting tighter. Oh gosh. This is the Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Mowry. And I am using hand-dyed yarn by the absolutely wonderful Tanya at Boscastle Yarn. Let me get her label out. Bear with me. So the yarn is Boscastle yarn and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm using this gorgeous green, which is called Valency Valley. I am then also using this gorgeous colour, which is called Gorse and Granite. And then the final colour that I'm using is this, and this is a beautiful, I believe it's a Surrey alpaca. It is baby Surrey alpaca, a mulberry silk, and it is called Crowdy. I don't know, how could I forget that? I always say how much I love this colour, and I do, honestly. I'm not putting this label back in very well, bear with me a moment. There we go, perfection. So that is that one, it's gorgeous. And those three work together to create this absolutely gorgeous fabric. I love this so much. It's just taking me a long time to make because it's just the same thing over and over again, and it's a really long tube. So it is taking me a while to make. And I'm looking at it now and I'm really concerned that my tension has got tighter. Does it look like that? It does, doesn't it? Oh no! Oh dear, yeah, I think my tension's getting tighter. So I could do with finishing it sooner than later so that my tension doesn't get any more tight. That's bad, isn't it? That's it might be alright. I might be okay. It's not too bad, is it? It'll be fine. But yeah, so I just have to keep going until it reaches a certain length and then I can finish it off. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And the fabric it creates is just absolutely stunning. So this is going to be really lovely and warm when I finally finish it and I can finally wear it. So I will get there eventually. It's absolutely fine. Oh, and I forgot to show you, I have done some work on it because you can see this is where I got to the last time you saw it. And then I've done probably just over an inch on it. As I say, it just ticks over, it takes time, but I will get there, it will be fine. And that is the last, I believe, yes, the last work in progress that I have to show you today. Whew, gosh, there's quite a lot today, wasn't there? Most of it has been before or during Vlogtober, so yeah, that's kind of a month's worth of works in progress. I'm very tired now. Right, okay, so that brings us to cast-ons. There is only one cast on, and I kind of spoiled it a moment ago because I was about to show you it in the works in progress. But the cast on that I have to show you is the second Festive Stocking by Jessie Ostermiller. And this is another one of the Nightmare Before Christmas stockings. Let me grab it. There we go. And this is the Halloween version. So all I'm using is this orange. I've got a very pale green in there, and then I've got black as well. So I think that's going to look pretty nice together. One in Halloweeny colours and one in Christmassy colours. So I've done quite a bit actually on this. I wasn't expecting to get as far as I have, so I'm quite pleased with where I'm at with it. I am on the fourth colour block. How many colour blocks am I away? Oh, so I'm nearly at the heel. So if you look, I am nearly at the heel. So I've just got this colour block to do, and then I'm at the heel. The heel is a forethought heel, so I'll be knitting in a bit of scrap yarn for the heel, and then I'll be carrying on, so that's fine. I've got a ball band here that needs to go somewhere. But yes, so I've made a really good start on that. I'm really happy because obviously it's the start of November and I could do with getting this finished sooner than later so that I can actually start including it in my Vlogmas series. I do apologise, just noticed my hair looks terrible. Gosh. Never mind. Right. That covers all of the crafty progress items that I have to show you today. But I do have one acquisition to show you. I think I've shown you this slightly. So I'm just dragging it towards me. I think I have shown you it, but I'm just going to briefly show you it now. This is the first advent that has come through, and it is by the Yarn Artist. It is the Yarn Artist's advent calendar for 2024, and it is inspired by Van Gogh. Now, Van Gogh is an artist that I absolutely adore. I love his paintings. So as soon as Joanna announced that this was going to be this year's calendar, I thought, I can't say no. I just cannot say no. I'd already gone overboard with the amount of advents that I'd purchased. But as soon as she, as I say, announced this, that was it. I was getting it. No questions asked. I did buy the extra 100-gram skein as well. So that is wrapped up and ready. And I also got, I'm going to open it and just show you a little glimpse of the inside. I'm not going to take you through anything else. I'll just show you the glimpse. So let me move that because there's a pattern that goes in it. So there it is, the calendar. I have got the Superwash Merino sock 4-ply, which is 75% Superwash Merino and 25% nylon. This is extra. I paid for a bag. So I've got a project bag to open. Don't know when I'm going to open the project bag. I might open the project bag first. On the 1st of December, I might open the project bag because then I've got a project bag to put everything in. I think that'll be a good idea. Oh yeah, I think that'll be a really good idea. But if I kind of pull one out, it's really cute. It's got these really cute little stickers on them. Little Santa, little one. So yeah, that is, everything is wrapped. I can't see anything. I'll open the 100-gram Christmas Day, I think, and then I'll have to update you in the new year. But yeah, so that is the first advent that has arrived. Very, very excited about it. This one I think is going to be quite special. I mean, they're all going to be special, really. Oh, I haven't put the pattern back. But yeah, so really excited to open that. I love Joanna's yarn. She does an absolutely phenomenal job. Yeah, absolutely love it. So that is the only acquisition to show you this week. In terms of further acquisitions, I am just waiting on my Fibre Fox yarn advent calendar, and I'm waiting on my Beehive Yarns advent calendar as well. Both of those, I think Fibre Fox possibly next week. It depends how well she's doing with shipping them out, because I know she's doing them in batches. I was very nervous on Sunday because I thought, oh my gosh, I was seeing people receiving theirs and I was like, oh no, have I missed it? I don't know. But I believe those were all international orders, so she's going to be starting on the UK orders, I think next week, is what I understand from her stories. So everything's fine, no panics, it's all good. Then I think Beehive Yarns is probably going to be towards the end of the month, and the same with Toft Advents. So as I say, as soon as I get all the Advents in, I will do an Advent prep video for you all. But yeah, those are my acquisitions. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm absolutely shattered right now. It's been a very long week. I have got the day off tomorrow, so I'm very, very happy about that. And I am going to be having a bit of a chill day because I think I need it, especially, yeah, I just need it. So I am going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it really does mean the absolute world to me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.